Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of a show we're calling Real Songs. It'll feature local songwriters and their music that comes from the heart. It's the first program to be produced by the Hudson Education Center as we embark on the YouTube world and we start producing videos that we think you're going to enjoy. So with no further ado, let's go right into the first episode to my friend's house, Bob DeMerell and his buddy Brian Hobbs, and let's see what kind of great music they've created for us. Bob DeMerell is his home, and we have Brian Hobbs as well. And tonight's theme is we're going to hear a couple of songs, maybe one or two by Bob and Brian that they've originally written, possibly one of mine, which I've kind of left in their care, a song called Not So Bad, that those guys are going to maybe go produce later, and we get to the final cut. It's going to have a final tracking of that. So
we'll rename it Even Better.
There you go. Yeah. That wouldn't be the bad. We put that first album together, and that could be the closing. You got to end with on a positive. So there's a whole suite of songs. I don't know if you heard, but that came out of my divorce period, and there's about 3 or 4 of them.
I've heard about people like that.
Yeah. and the songs are really, I think, quite good, but they're also, one after the other, a little bit draining. Anyway, so that awesome. But all these songs come out of life's experiences. That's real music.
Which are the best songs.
They really are.
That for me, that's you can tell when you hear a song if somebody actually experienced that, or if they just wrote that, or if it was written for them. Actually,
right.
I can tell by someone singing it if they wrote it or if someone wrote it for them.
Yeah, and I heard someone the other day. She talked about how the people walk up to her now and said, "Your song really helped me out because I relate to that totally." And all you have to do is relate to them. That's where the help is.
But you're right. The real stuff comes from real experience, and when you live something, it's a much better song.
It really, what we're all trying to do right here is record.
Right.
It really is the thing. And that is a lesson that Brian and I learned long ago. Got to get everything set up right and then push record and then let it happen. Because if you do it and it's not recording, it didn't really happen.
Right. We record everything. Basically, when we're practicing, we always have audio tape rolling. Now they're use the iPhone a lot because it does a pretty good job, or we have this little Zoom unit. We'll let that roll. But yeah, if we're just sitting upstairs talking about feelings, or what we do a lot of talking about feelings, so we'll have this out. There's lots of recordings on there. We'll go back and listen to something, and occasionally we'll pick a gem out or a word you said that kind of triggered something. So that's a lot.
And that's how you guys have actually collaborated on a lot of your songs. You've collaborated. You use that process right there. You have it's recording, and out of that comes some great music.
Yeah, that's correct. We a lot of times I'll ask Bob a question, and he'll start going off about whatever he wants to talk about for that day, and I kind of sit back and I'm the note taker, and I kind of I'll listen to something, and something will pop out at me like, oh, that's a really interesting way of thinking about that, or I hear a lyric.
True. I'm the note taker.
Yeah. So a lot of times we'll do that, and then sometimes it's usually whoever's having the harder week will be the one talking, and we'll kind of talk about what's bothering us, and then that'll kind of pop it into hopefully a chorus. What we kind of mentioned before in one of our videos is about how important the chorus is to how we write it, and for me that's everything for a song.
Would you say it rarely turns out good if we think we know where we're going?
Yeah, for sure.
That's why you write it down, that's why you record, because it's like when you get to the end, that's when you realize that what it was really supposed to be, and then you go back to the beginning and start over and reconstruct, and that's when it really happens.
Right.
I think, most of the time, not always, but
The best songs write themselves, like Not So Bad. When that one happened, it just, and then these chords, it's like, wow, where'd that come from?
yeah, sometimes it just rolls out, I definitely relate to what I think you were doing there, and that happened to me, probably the most obvious time that happened to me was after my father died. I all of a sudden knew that I wanted to sit down and just let it go, and I wrote the words, went to your house, you set up like a mic in your basement, and we did like one take of everything background. We just did it, and it was probably one of the best things that I've done. And sometimes it's just feel it and let it flow, right? And you got to do that anyway. But sometimes I think the thoughts and the mojo behind the song is a little hidden. Sometimes you gotta suss it out.
Yeah, with that particular song, Bob came to me with a song. He had it all done, but he played it, and I listened to it, and it was beautiful. And I just listened as a observer and said, you know, what if you do this? And I gave him like 2 notes, and he put both of them into the song, and I think it helped a lot with just where you took it. And then we simply set up a condenser mic in the basement, and it wound up just so pure, because all it was a condenser mic, you know, words and on a page that were feelings, and then just the voice. And he actually went through and sang all what would be the backup parts. He's like, I'm just going to sing these harmonies, which will be the horns or keys or strings or whatever we decide to put in. But it was perfect. When I mixed it, I'm like, this is it. You're done. Wow. This song's done. So.
My life of love, it feels like it flows down all at once and not at all. Sometimes I just try not to move, and everything's so very beautiful. I won't deny the smile behind the tears. Daddy, you always taught us to let our faith shine through the darkness that grows our fear. It's easy like you said it would be, and everything's so very beautiful. I always see you when I'm at the river. You're my companion. You help me see. In my life of love, it feels like it flows down all at once and not at all. So sometimes I just try not to move, and everything's so very beautiful. Everything's so very beautiful. Everything's so very beautiful.
Well, this song called Not So Bad was something that really almost wrote itself, and it actually came out of a down period in my life. I was soon to go through a divorce, believe it or not. It's about 12 years ago, and it was an effort to put it all out there, to kind of spill all my guts on what I was thinking and what I felt about it, and it came out of nowhere, and these chords just came together, and then the lyrics fell in place, and when it was all done, I felt like that's a pretty good song.
I was trying not to think about how you and I had been when I whiled away the lonely days and you were seeing him in spite of me. The memory would not flee. When I thought that I could touch your soul and share a part of mine, and we made those plans together, and everything was fine, I could not see what you would do to me. But our lonely home has never been the same place that I dreamed of yesterday. And although we make each other cry, there's a faraway look in your eye that makes me stay. In 100 years, we both will look so song. We're not so bad at all. Thinking about the sadness of a lifetime's broken dreams and the madness of believing things are just the way they seem. You just don't know how I love you so. Beyond the distant shadows there's a lonesome light that always makes me stay. With a woman that's been broke too many times and a girl that's lost her way, and who put her trust in me, as I recall. We're not so bad at all. Not so bad at all. We're not so bad at all. Not so bad at all.
Oh, this is the blues, because I had the blues. Missing my wife, my Dina, my honey. She does a lot of traveling for work, and to minimize the disruption for our family and the time that she's gone, she gets up really, 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 really early in the morning, ungodly hours, hightails it to the airport, so she can work a full day in New York City or Philadelphia or Wilmington or wherever she's going, and then comes home, not the red eye, but close enough so that she gets home after the kids are in bed, and usually I'm done as well. So this is just the blues to about my love on those days when she's traveling. Woke up this morning, got your bags packed, late for the door. Woke up at midnight, the same bag strewn on the floor. Watching me dreaming that I'm loving you like I done before. Like I done before. Like I done before. No, I got so much more. That's what my love is for. Find me in my dreams, and I love you like I've done before. Run around every day, everywhere. You keep on running, well, that race you run ain't fair. I'll chase you down in my dreams, and you'll feel my love in there. Oh, like I done before. Like I done before. You know I got so I've done before. Hit it, Gordon. Every day, everywhere. You keep on running, but that race you run ain't fair. I chase you down in my dreams, and you'll feel my love in there. Oh, like I done before, like I done. That's what my love is for. And find me in my dreams, and I love you like I done before.
So there it is. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. It was a lot of fun playing those songs, and you know, the best music is original music by real people. Be sure to check out hecmusic.org online to keep up to date with Hudson Education Center's programs, our live shows in the Dexter and Ann Arbor area. And stop by again next week for our next episode of Real Songs, and check out the real music that your friends and mine make all the time.